สวัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Anyone who is interested is welcome to join. So just come in the room and maybe you have to wait until your turn. Or maybe you cannot come in, I'm not sure. Maybe there are too many people. So you might have to wait outside until we think we have enough room for more people to come in. Then we'll let new people in. So we'll start with outsourcing tonight from Malaysia. Hello, Al, can you hear me?
Evening, Tan Ajaan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Last week I attended the 10-day meditation retreat, 2 days on site and 8 days online, which ended this morning. The retreat was good, and my mindfulness was natural, and then my meditation was okay with samadhi and and the knowing mind. But this time I experienced a pain in my knee. Normally I would ignore the pain and go back to my breath. But this round, I observed my pain in my knee. It rose, and then it fell. The pain arising and then falling, arising, falling for quite some time. And then I followed the pain. The pain was a, observed the pain. The pain was a cutting pain inside the knee, and the pain moved towards the thigh, then to the hip and the waist. The pain was a good lesson because I could see the three characteristics of existence, anicca, dukkha, and anatta. My mind observed the pain as if the body and my mind are separate. Then I went back to after some time, I went back to my breath and went into samadhi. Then after the meditation session, I contemplate more on aging, sickness, and death and pain. Is it okay to, after observing for some time, I go back to my meditation object?
Well, see, the goal of practice is not to have any attraction or aversion toward anything. Just keep your mind in ubekkha or in equanimity, not reacting, whether like or dislike. Just take them as they come. So if you observe the pain and you can leave the pain alone and have no aversion for the pain, have no dukkha from
But I didn't have any
experiencing the
aversion. mm,
You feel calm, peaceful, and happy, and that's the goal of the practice, not to be disturbed by anything. Your mind
see.
should maintain calm at all times, regardless of what the situations
Mm.
may be.
Then after the
Sometimes you have pain, sometimes you don't have pain. So you should react to both the same, calm, no reaction to pain or no pain, because you know that you cannot do anything with them. You cannot control them or force them to go away.
and Ajahn, after the meditation, I felt that the pain in my knee, which was about a month already, the pain was very much less. Can meditation help to heal our pain?
Well, you asked me the question. You're the one who experiencing it.
I experienced the pain almost gone already. I was surprised because the pain was there for nearly a month already.
Well, I don't think meditation
That
is the
was,
one cause that heal the pain. Maybe it's just time for the pain to subside by itself. It's anicca, see, the pain is anicca, anatta. It's not the mind that can tell the pain to go away if the mind meditate. I don't think they are correlated whatsoever.
I see. Mm,
Meditation is to keep the mind peaceful and calm and doesn't suffer any anything when experience things that it either pain or anything like that. It can remain normal. Let's put it that way. The goal of meditation is keep the mind normal,
okay.
not happy, not sad, but content.
Then,
Contentment. That's the key word of the goal of the practice, is to make the mind content and doesn't matter what happens to the body, what happened to anything in this world, because everything in this world is anicca, anatta. If you care for them, you get dukkha. If you don't care for them, then you don't get dukkha. Okay?
okay, thank you very
That's
much.
that's all you need to know. You don't have to find out why this and that, so forth. It's waste of time.
Okay, okay. I
Just
remember.
just
Okay,
just know how to make your mind calm all the time, contented all the time. That's all you want to know.
okay.
The body, you cannot do anything to
Mm,
it. It will have its own way. Someday it can be good and someday it can be bad. You just have to learn to live with it. That's all.
can I ask
Yeah,
another question?
sure,
I
go
ask,
ahead.
sometimes I do lying down meditation and goes into samadhi. Is lying meditation advisable? Lying
It
down
it
meditation.
depends on the result. If you can get into jhana with lying down, go ahead, do it. But
Okay,
if you go to sleep from laying down, then you should stop doing meditation in that posture, lying down. It's easy to fall asleep in that position. So
normally,
normally we don't do it unless it's necessity, like you are sick and you cannot get up and sit, and you want to meditate, then you have to meditate on your sick bed, for instance. Then you have to meditate in that position. But generally speaking, you can fall asleep easily. So so you don't get to jhana that way. But at least you can go to sleep.
that I get into samadhi also while lying down meditating.
Well,
And
okay, all for you, whatever. The goal is to get into samadhi, get to appana samadhi, get to jhana, get to equanimity. If you can do that in any position, that's okay. Walking, standing, sitting, lying down, no problem. as far as the body posture is concerned. But generally speaking, for people, generally lying down is not a good position to meditate.
Normally, I'll do sitting meditation. Then after that, I come out from sitting. I'll do continue with lying down meditation.
Okay,
Mhm.
it's up to you.
Okay. Okay, thank
Okay,
you for your advice.
yeah,
Thank
you're
you very
welcome.
much.
Next, Anura. Where's Ramya today?
Good evening, Ajaan. Yeah, she's not feeling well, so she's not joining. Yeah,
Her body is sick.
yeah, because we are traveling soon, so we will be at Ajaan on Sunday and on the way to and spend several days in Thailand, and then we will join a pilgrimage to India and Nepal. So being sick is not good. So before we start the journey, yeah,
But something you cannot predict.
yeah, yeah. I think the contentment is the right word. So need to remind myself as well. Yeah.
Okay, you have any question?
No, I don't have any question, Tanajan. So, I mean, yeah, understand, just to listen in and understand more. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Next, Professor Ken from Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Tanajan.
Any question tonight?
No questions. Just to let you know, I just came back from 2 weeks in Thailand.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was based in the northeast, so I didn't have the chance to come down.
Did you go to meditate in monasteries or?
No, actually, I was invited to Khon Kaen University to give some lectures, so I was lecturing there, and that was the main reason.
So it's more of a business trip than
Yeah, more of a teaching trip.
teaching trip.
But I had the chance to go to Wat Pa Ban Tat and see the new Chedi, Lung Ta Chedi, which was very
Yes.
impressive. And also having a short time in the sala there at Wat Pa Ban Tat. It was very, very inspiring to be there. So
The old one or the new one? There's two sala. The old one is inside the wall.
yeah, I went inside to the old one where
Yeah. Okay.
so it
Wooden
was
one.
very
It's 2-story.
yeah, the wooden one, the old one. So it was very very moving to be there because I've seen Lung Ta giving many talks there from videos, and it
Did you
looks
have a
just the
chance
same.
to see Tancheri? You can.
No, I was there in the afternoon. The monastery was very, very quiet, so I didn't see Luang Por Cherry there. I think he's still around.
Did you meet him before?
I never met him before, no. But I think he's still there. So yeah, I just got back from the 2 weeks, and it was actually quite nice to be there and feel the atmosphere of the monastery, and the new Chedi has a very interesting exhibition of Luang Ta Mahabua's life and all his disciples. So I think it's quite interesting to study the practice and the life of the great teachers.
Yes. It's sort of like a museum, you know.
Yeah, part of the new Chedi is an actual museum. You can have a look around, and it's very instructive on the life of Luang Ta, Luang Por Man, and all the disciples, and quite instructive about the teaching and the practice as well. So I found it very useful to be there, actually.
Good. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Tanajan.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ubeka Alfredo from Sao Paulo. Where have you been all this time?
Hi, Bante.
I I thought you
Okay.
I thought you got lost your
Yes,
way.
yes. Home working, Bante. Home
Oh,
renovation.
home renovation. I see.
Yes. I painting my Buddhas.
Hmm.
I have 20 Buddhas in my house. I painting with colors. It's
Oh,
very good.
really? Oh, really? You have to show us one day.
Oh, yes, yes. It's a pleasure to me, Bante. I take photos and show to you.
Okay.
Very, very good painting outside of my home. Ne?
Hmm. Can you
Yeah,
paint
very,
can you paint the image of the Buddha yourself?
yes, I buy spray.
Uh-huh.
How the name in English? Spray.
Yeah,
You spray is more easy to painting.
I see.
The images. I'm painting the a very big renovation in my home.
Okay.
I live here for 6 years
Mhm.
in forest, né? And it's the first renovation in my home. I have I knew two brothers in live near here, né? Good workers. Two brothers, good workers. 20 years, 25 years.
Mhm.
Good workers.
So you hire them to do the renovation for you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Is a little much, né? Uh, is the pay is expensive, a little expensive, né, Bante?
Uh-huh.
20,000 a little,
Mhm.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
I help other people's too, né, Bante? Other
Mhm.
people's, I am a Buddhist, and other people's thinking I have to helping other people's, Bante, with money. And I help any people's, né? I help what I can I do, né, Bante? It's normal, né?
Yes. Charity, dana.
Yeah, Dana. Dana is very difficult, but it's normal, né, Bante? It's normal. Other
Mhm.
people's not do Dana, not do Dana. Only receive.
Yeah.
But it's
They
normal. It's normal.
they don't know that giving give you back more happiness than receiving.
Yes. It's good. My meditation is good. My sachi, it's good.
Okay, and your ubeka is okay.
Okay.
Happy all the time.
A little, né, Bante? A little.
So you lose ubeka sometime.
Yes, more happy when I do meditation.
Yeah, but
When I do meditation.
not happy when you work. Huh?
Yeah, work is very happiness, but the work for me, work is good because I meditation a lot, and when I work, I talk with other people's. I uh, relations peoples, né? But it's good. It's very good working view for me. Relations, né? Talking is very good. It's very good. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, it's normal.
Happy to hear that everything is well with you.
Oh yes, a little, né, Bante? A little. I
Okay.
don't like samsara, Bante. I don't like samsara.
Okay. Make it your last trip here, okay?
Oh yes.
All
And
right.
you and you health is good, Bante.
Yes, I'm still okay.
Do your health is good?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, Bante.
Nice talking to you.
Nice.
Next, Cole from California.
Hello, Tommy John. Um, I I was wondering if you had advice for a fault-finding mind that's naturally inclined to, yeah, look at the faults of what it encounters in other people or situations, etc.
Yes, our mind defile. We tend to do things that we should be doing. So what we need to do is we have to develop some tools to correct the mind with. And the tools we need is first mindfulness. If you practice more mindfulness, then you'll have the ability to control your mind. The mind is like a car, an automobile that is driving off the road all the time. So you want to bring it back on the road. So you need mindfulness to do that with. So practice mindfulness and then also develop wisdom by studying the teaching of the Buddha, either reading books or joining Dhamma conversation like this one here. So you know what is right and what is not right. And then when you start to see your mind misbehaving, not going the right way, if you have mindfulness, then you can stop it. You can pull it back. So you have to develop the tools in order to correct your your mind, which is being defiled by your defilement. So the practice of mindfulness is a very good tool to start with. And the next tool is wisdom, knowing what is good and bad, what is right and wrong for the mind. Yeah. So that when the mind do something bad for itself, then you have to pull it back. If you have mindfulness, you can pull it back. If you have wisdom, you'll know when the mind is not doing the right thing.
Mm. So it's not enough to just notice that the mind is looking for faults or noticing just the faults.
Well, if
You have to.
if you can stop it, then there's no problem. The problem is you cannot stop it. That's why you come and ask me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I give you the advice. You have to have the tool to stop it with. I can tell you not to think about it, but can you stop it not thinking about it? So,
Not really.
so you need the tool, and the tools are mindfulness and wisdom, common sense. Let's put it that way. Knowing what is good and bad for you and for other people as well. So you don't do things that is bad for you or bad for other people.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to try to practice mindfulness. Try to rein in your mind. Don't let it go run out. Don't let it run all over the place by itself. You have to bring it back to a meditation object such as mantra, Bhutto, or focus on your body activity. Then your mind cannot go thinking about this and that. When you have this ability to rein in the mind, to stop the mind, then when the mind do something bad, do something wrong, then you can stop it. Like if the mind wants to go break the precept, then you say, "Oh no, this is not good." You have to stop it. If you have enough mindfulness, you will be able to stop the mind from breaking the precepts. Okay, so you need the tool, and you need the ability to discern what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is bad for you and for other people.
Okay, I'll keep trying.
Yeah, you need the tool, really. Without the tool, we can talk about good and bad, right and wrong, but the mind just doesn't care because we cannot stop it when the mind wants to do something bad. So practice
Yeah,
mindfulness. Mindfulness is the principal tool. We can stop the mind. If you have strong mindfulness, when the mind starts to think badly, you can stop it right away. If you cannot stop it, then it means you don't have enough mindfulness. Mindfulness is like the brakes on the automobile. When you drive, you make sure you know the brake is working, right? If it doesn't work, then you don't want to drive it. You don't want to put it on the road because you know when you want to stop and you cannot stop, then you can run into an accident. So you have to go to the shop and have it fixed. Same way with our mind. Our mind, this doesn't have braking and doesn't have the brake to stop itself. So we need to put in the brakes for the mind by practicing mindfulness. When you recite mantra, you're actually stopping the mind from thinking about this and that, right?
Mm. Is it appropriate, for example, I when having conversation with, friends or coworkers, I find it harder to stop the mind during those conversations. I try Budo, but then I feel like I'm not listening to the person anymore. Um,
So it depends. If you have to listen to the person, listen. Be mindful of listening. You can use that also as a mindfulness practice.
mm,
But when you also
okay.
have to be mindful of your reaction to what the person said to you. If you start to get angry, then you have to stop the mind.
Mm,
When the mind starts to get angry or start to think about hurting the person, then you say, no, this is not right. Then you have to stop it. So you need time off to be yourself if you want to develop mindfulness. You cannot do it when you're having things to do or having people to talk to. You have to be alone on your day off, like not working. Then you can stop the mind from thinking all day long. Then you will have stronger mindfulness. Then when you go back to work, then you can stop the mind when it start to think bad or do something bad. You can stop it right away. But you cannot do it. You cannot develop mindfulness effectively when you're around people. It's like trying to fix the brake of your car when you're still driving on the road. You have to take it to the shop,
First,
okay?
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So the Buddha said we should have one day to fix the mind with. Once a week we should have a day off to fix the mind. We call this observance day in Buddhism. Once a week people will stop working. It's like Christianity, they have Sabbath day, right? You go to church to heal your mind, to heal your spirit. Same way with Buddhists, you go to the monastery to heal your mind, to develop mindfulness and wisdom, listen to Dhamma talk, practice mindfulness, keeping the precepts.
Mm,
So if you have at least once a week to do this, then I can guarantee you that your mindfulness will become stronger and stronger. Otherwise, you would just have the same level of mindfulness that you have right now.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I'll continue and
Mm.
to strengthen my practice.
Go to church every Sunday. It's good. It's good for the spirit. Going to church is also good. Church is a calm place. You listen to the pastor talk and you practice sobriety. You practice humility, and these are good practices to rein in the mind. But if you're Buddhist, then you have to go look for a monastery or temple to go and spend your day.
Mm-hmm.
Like do a 1-day retreat in a temple. Or if you can't find a temple, maybe make your house. If you live alone, you can make your house the temple and practice mindfulness. Stop watching television, stop do all the sensual pleasure activities, and just concentrate on studying, listening to Dhamma talk to develop wisdom and practice mindfulness all the time. Okay.
Okay.
This
Thank
is
you so
the, this
much,
is the
Tanajan.
only way that you can grow. You can grow Dhamma with. You have to practice Dhamma if you want your Dhamma to grow. If you want your mindfulness to become stronger, if you want to have more wisdom, more common sense, then you just need to study more.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tanajan. Thank you.
Next, Alvin from Malaysia.
Namaskar, Ajaan. Ajaan, yeah, just one question regarding the five khandas. On the volition part, Tanajan, I understand that it's the formations, right? The mental formation. Tanajan, can you explain in more detail?
What the five khandhas?
No, just the volition, just the
The
volition,
body,
the mental formations.
our mental formation, sankhara.
Yeah, sankhara.
Sankhara are your thoughts. Whatever you think, this is sankhara. This is the function of sankhara. Thinking. Think about good, thinking about bad, thinking about anything. This is sankhara. And the mind can sometimes think about good thing and sometimes can think about bad thing. So you want to teach the mind to stop thinking about bad thing and think only about good thing. Because when you think about bad thing, and then you will tell the body to go and do bad thing. And when you do bad thing, you usually get dukkha or you get suffering as a result. So you need to develop mindfulness, just like I just talked to Cove. If you have mindfulness, then if your mind, when your sankhara think in the wrong direction, then you can pull it back, stop it.
Is the karma, this is the part that create our karma, right? That means thinking will have to a certain extent. If you think back to a certain extent, even if just thinking, you're actually carrying a bad karma, right?
It's just an initiator. The karma itself that doesn't start, isn't completed yet. To complete, you have to do the action with your body. For instance, you think of cheating, you want to go steal some money, for instance. Then you have to make planning and go actually executing the action and get the money that you want. Then the karma is completed. But just thinking about it isn't yet complete. You can stop it if you say, "Oh, this is bad thinking. This is bad action. I shouldn't do it." Then this bad karma doesn't take place yet.
So there would not be any.
Same thing with good karma. Say, "Oh, I want to donate some money to the temple," but by just thinking about it, not doing it, you're not yet getting any result from your thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
You have to actually do it.
Okay. All right. So
And
there is no vipaka. That means there's no result from your bad thoughts, right?
it can make you feel good or bad as when you think about it at that time only. If you think about doing good thing, you start to feeling good already. But as soon as you change your thought to something else, then this good feeling will disappear with that thought. For instance, if you think of doing something good, then suddenly somebody did something hurt you, you get angry and you think bad, then that good feeling that you thought before disappear and then replaced by the bad thought that you get angry with someone. So your thought keeps changing all the time. So you have good feeling, bad feeling that will follow your thought. But these are not considered the karma that had effect on your next birth, for instance, on your next life. But it has effect right away, immediately on your mind itself, on how you feel. If you recite Bhutto, Bhutto, then you are creating good thoughts, calming the mind. Then the mind becomes calm and peaceful. See? But if you create thought that leads you to craving, oh, I want to go shopping, I want to go on a holiday, then this can be bad thought because you want to go on a holiday, but you don't have the money to pay for it. So what you gonna do? then you cannot go, and then you feel sad for not being able to go on a holiday. So your thought is the one that can create good or bad feeling inside your mind immediately. Especially your thought that leads to craving, usually create bad feeling right away.
Okay. Thanks very much for clarification, because some of the teachers, I mean, some people have been telling me that even the thoughts are actually creating karma for your future rebirth and things like this. It might take effect. So thanks, Tanajan, for clearing this.
Yeah, it only it had effect just immediately in the present on your mind, on how your mind feel good or bad. You think good, you feel good. Then if you think good feeling will appear. If you think bad, then your bad feeling will appear. If you think neutral, neither good nor bad, then neither good or bad feeling will appear. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Tanajan. Thank you. Very clear.
You're welcome. Next, Philip, also from Malaysia. Are you and Alvin close friends?
Yeah, very close. In fact, I think he lives, I think, how many kilometers? Maybe about 4 kilometers away on the other side of the mountain.
Well, are you schoolmates or something?
No, I think we met up probably about 25 years ago.
I see.
25 years ago, yeah. We through friends, and then after that we went to the same temple and doing Buddhist activities together, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
so
more or less friends in the Dhamma.
yes,
know.
yes. I mean, we are trying to, hopefully plan some meditation retreat or something like that. Hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
So actually, Tanajan is also coming back to the question with Cove earlier and Elvin earlier. So, in a situation of everyday practice, or perfect mindfulness or good mindfulness would be uh, an absence of thought, or when you will be able to identify the bad thoughts coming up, and you just like whack the mole, like the game in the amusement park, to not let it fester on, and let the good thoughts fester on. Or would it be a situation that even after meditation, perfect mindfulness would be a time that where no thoughts should be coming up, only absolutely when you need to think.
It means that you have the ability to stop your thoughts whenever you wanted to, or direct your thought to go into any direction you wanted to.
So you will be able to discern whether the thoughts are bad for you, that is, this is actually making me feel bad, will make me crave more, and things like these are the thoughts that shouldn't pop up, and the thoughts of charity, dana sila, bhavana should be the ones that always be, what they call, eliminating your mind, right?
Yes, ideally that's what you want to train your mind to think in the direction of Dhamma, giving, keeping the precept, not hurting other people, loving kindness, compassion, and also if you don't have any reason to do anything or say anything, then just keep quiet, just be merely knowing.
Okay. Okay. Understand. So it's like I mean I mean it looks like the amusement park, the game. I mean when you play when a little kid, when the little mole start coming up, and then you you hit the bad thoughts away or something like that, right?
Yes, you want to eliminate the bad thoughts and only
Yeah.
promote the good thoughts.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you find that it's tiring to think, then you can stop. Just be merely knowing.
Mm.
If you have strong mindfulness, if you can enter into jhana, it means you have perfect mindfulness. So anytime you want to rest your mind, you can close your eyes and focus on your breath. Then a few minutes, you're in jhana right away.
Okay. Understand. So
Okay.
that could be momentarily, when you are stressed out, when you're stressed out, or when thoughts are flying about, and then you bring your mind to your breath.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
stop
the
the
thoughts.
stress because
Okay.
the stress that created by your cravings, which are which need to use sankhara, the thought to create the cravings with. So when you stop thinking, then the craving disappear. When the craving disappear, the stress that come from your craving also disappear. But this
Mm.
only disappear temporarily when you enter into jhana. If you want to get the stress uh, permanently removed, you have to use wisdom to teach you what causing the stress to arise. And the Buddha said it's your craving that causes your stress to arise. Craving for something, and when you cannot get what you want, you become uh, sad, or you can become unhappy. So if you don't want to be unhappy or sad, just stop your craving.
Understand, Ajahn.
Or stress. If you have any stress and you find it's caused by your craving, stop that craving, then that stress will permanently be gone without having to enter into jhana. But you have to have a strong mind. You have to be able to enter into jhana before you can stop the craving. When you use wisdom to analyze and find out that it's your craving that you have to stop. If you cannot enter into jhana, you will not be able to use. You cannot yet stop your cravings.
Mm.
Even
So
though you know that this craving is causing you stress, like you don't want to get cancer, for instance. When you get cancer, you get stressed, you become stressful. But if you use wisdom and you find out that the stress is caused by your craving, you don't want to get cancer. But the truth is the cancer is there for you to see. It's in your body. So you have to accept the truth and then stop your craving. If you used to enter into jhana, you can stop your craving. If you haven't yet gone into jhana before, you will not be able to stop your craving yet. So then you know that you have to use mindfulness to get your mind to jhana. Once you can get to jhana, then you can stop your cravings.
understand.
So you cannot never you can never skip mindfulness and jhana. Wisdom alone isn't enough to stop your craving. You know the Four Noble Truths. You know stress is caused by your craving, but you're still having stress every day, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's because you
So,
cannot stop your cravings.
so ultimately is letting go and letting go of everything.
When you see everything is anatta, natural processes, like the weather, you cannot control them. If you're gonna lose your money, you're gonna lose it, whether you like it or not. If you're gonna lose something, you're gonna lose it.
And if you're gonna die, you're gonna die of a disease.
That's why if anything's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Que sera, sera.
Yeah, case and actually, yes, yes,
Whatever will be, will be.
yes.
Can you accept this or not? That's if you can accept it, then there will be no stress, no suffering.
Understand, Ajahn.
Okay.
Understand. Thank you,
Next. All right. Next, Alice from Bangkok, from France, but living in Bangkok.
Good evening, Tanajan. Yes, exactly. Friends, but living in Bangkok. I'm a little bit disappointed of my practice this week because I thought it would bring me more healing than it did. I'm still very overwhelmed and overthinking about my situation. Should I move to France? Should I stay in Bangkok? Where should I work? How should I organize my life? With whom? So my question today is how to decide, how to have a clear mind, also how to be in the present moment and reduce self-doubt.
It's all come down to the practice of mindfulness.
Mm.
That if you can practice mindfulness and calm your mind, and your mind will be clear and be calm and happy and can see things correctly, properly. What should be your right way of action? Which action you should take.
Mhm.
But without mindfulness, your mind is confused because it's being driven by your defilements, your desire, your cravings. You want something this, but you also want another thing. But sometimes the two things is in conflict. You cannot have them both. But if you practice mindfulness until the mind becomes calm and clear, then you can decide you have to take one or the other.
Mm.
Which is better? Which option is better? But you cannot have them both. So practice mindfulness, and when your mind becomes calm, it will become clear, and the defilement that used to drive your decision will be temporarily subdued. Then you can think with reason rather than with emotion.
Mm. Thank you. Yes. And how long does it take to reach that level of mindfulness?
It varies from person to person. It depends on your previous life, how much you have already developed mindfulness before. Some people have developed a lot of mindfulness, so for them they can be just a few minutes, but for some people who hasn't developed before, it might take days or months or years.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to do it anyway, whether it takes a few hours or take a few days or take a few months. If you want to have a reasonable mind, a calm mind, then you need to do mindfulness practice.
Mm-hmm. And because I really suffer every day, it's really tiring for me that I was even considering to retreat, maybe to help me somehow to calm my mind and be more grounded.
Yes, going into a retreat can be very helpful for mindfulness practice.
Mm.
If you can go away into a retreat, if you can stay there for as long as possible, then the longer you stay there, the better. Mindfulness practice you need to be alone, you need to be in a quiet environment, no temptation for your mind, no sensual pleasures, trying to pull your mind away from your mindfulness.
Thank you, Tanajan. I also have some other questions. How do we stop missing family if we miss people that we love?
Stop thinking about them.
Mm.
Right, right now you don't miss them, right? Because you don't think about them.
Mm.
Okay, so when you think about them and you feel bad, then stop thinking about them. That's all.
Mm.
It's your thought that creating the bad feeling. Yeah.
Okay. And also, when I work, After work, I realized that I have a lot of emotional pain that I need to get time to regulate my emotions back to be normal. Or sometimes I go for some jog or something that keeps my emotions more balanced. How do we manage to keep our emotions all the time balanced inside, even if we have to work and cope with stress?
You need mindfulness. When you have to know when that your mind is normal or not normal. When it's not normal, I mean it's running out of mindfulness. It's been taken over by your emotion. So when that happens, you have to recite mantra, Bhutto, 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 to stop your thought, to stop your emotion. But you have to practice mindfulness before you can apply it effectively. Because when you become emotional, it's very difficult to stop it. If you haven't yet practiced mindfulness beforehand, so you need to practice mindfulness during the time when your mind is normal. Because when your mind becomes emotional, it's very difficult to apply mindfulness. So try to practice mindfulness from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep as much as possible. Then whenever you need to use mindfulness, when the mind becomes emotional, you can apply it right away.
I see, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so the key to your problem is mindfulness.
Yes.
And also knowing what is good or bad for you. Then you can decide what to do. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next, Rohini from the UK. How's your mindfulness coming along?
Good evening, Ajaan.
Yes, how's your mindfulness?
Yeah, I would say it's okay, but it's not what I wanted. Some days it's good. Some days I can sit, do 4 or 5 hours sitting meditation, but some days, due to some family issues, my mind is wandering. So it's not.
It means your mindfulness is not steady yet.
No, yeah.
Ups and downs. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you
Yeah,
don't have it.
yeah, that's correct. Yeah. What is the meaning of watching the mind exactly? Is it paying attention to every thoughts appear
Yes.
in the mind every instant, or
Just pay attention to what's going on in your mind. It's watching the mind. Whether you're angry or you're craving for something, you're sad, this is watching the mind. In order to watch the mind, you need to first stop the mind. See, if you cannot stop the mind, then when you watch the mind, when the mind becomes bad, you cannot stop it. See? So you need to practice mindfulness first before you can go watch the mind. The mind is the last object of our what you call our work. We first have to deal with the body and feelings first before we can go and watch the mind and deal with the mind itself.
yeah,
Because the mind is much more subtle and much more require more wisdom and mindfulness to deal with than the body or feelings.
yeah.
So
Okay, I'm thinking.
you have to pass beyond the body and feelings first before you can go and solve the problem of the mind.
If I'm constantly, not constantly, but 3-4 hours listening to Dhamma talk, and so if I pay attention to it, does that mean that my mind is wandering, or
If you listen to Dhamma talk and know what you're listening to and without thinking about other things, then you're practicing mindfulness and wisdom.
Oh, okay. And same thing with the chanting Dhammsakdhavatin Sutta and the Satipatthana,
Yes.
without thinking anything else.
That's
Does
right.
that mean I'm in mindfulness?
That's mindfulness. If you understand what you chant, you also get wisdom. If you don't understand what you chant, then you only get mindfulness.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really helpful. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I'm thinking of stopping tuition very soon, so that because I still continue with some tuition at the weekend, so I have to deal with the parents. So many issues with the children, so that disrupt my meditation practice. So, but I can't stop immediately. I have to wait till next summer.
yes, sometimes you might have to do things gradually.
Yeah. So because of the commitment that I have taken, I have to continue until the next the summer exams, A-level exams. So after that, I'm going to gradually stop it.
Yeah, maybe live in solitude is the best way
Yes.
for practice.
Yes.
Yeah. Seclusion, solitude, no mingling with people. Just be alone by yourself.
Yeah. I'm alone, but because of these issues, I have to deal with parents. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Next, Gate Yin So from Penang.
Ajaan, good evening. No question, Ajaan. Yeah.
Okay, go to Marco from Holland. Hi, Marco.
Hi, Ajaan. How are you?
Fine. How's your mindfulness?
My mindfulness is growing. I feel I'm doing well. Yesterday I had the first realization that I think I beat my doubt. I always was doubting when I was doing my walking meditation, and I think that now I finally have confidence in the practice where I'm literally just paying attention only to the stepping. I'm doing my walking meditation. That's all I'm doing. And when I was done, I felt really calm and peaceful. And this was the first time that I really had confidence. I think it's confidence is the word.
Because you get the result from your practice. You know, this is the right way.
Yeah. And it felt very elating. It felt very good. I had a feeling like, yes, this is what I was looking for. Kind of, I know I've always asked many questions about how to confirm, but it's always been thoughts and trying indeed to analyze things. And it's now like it wasn't a thought, it was just like a feeling.
Yes, a
Yeah.
feeling. It's an experience. It's an sort of almost amazing experience, out of this world experience, something you haven't experienced before.
Yeah, and it felt really peaceful, and I noticed that now so I brought my wife to the airport, so she's now flying to Thailand, and it's a good test for me. In the past, I've done very stupid things when I was alone, and I'm not gonna do it now, and I'm actually quite confident that I won't because my practice has been pretty strong. I think it's now 4 months that I've been really training so well, and I don't want to go back. I notice that I feel agitated when I have to go outside. I actually want to be alone. I want to do my practice. I want to do my walking meditation. I want to do my sitting meditation. And I have a feeling I'm now observing also thoughts. So I, I've been following cryptocurrencies, what's been happening, and I've actually identified the greed, and I understand how it works, and I understand now it's never enough. It's interesting. You just see it happening. It's like, is it enough? No, it's never enough. It's whenever you reach the point, you don't reach the point. And that's actually what happens with everything. And it kind of opens your eyes to all the feelings that you have. It's like always going to the next moment as opposed to just being. And I think it's, yeah, I don't know. Everything feels a bit more empty. Everything feels a bit more colorless. And actually, I'm very grateful for my wife that we can actually talk about this. I tell her as well, she's really my Kalyanamit. So I miss her a lot now that we can discuss this kind of things. At the same time, I know I'm attached to her. So I also need to realize that now that she's not here, I have to let go of everything anyway. But it's, yeah, everything is more empty. I feel less like talking. I'm noticing that I don't want to talk because it feels tiring. It feels like suffering. It's just like I can never convey what I want to convey for real anyway, because it's just words, and words just can't describe things that you're feeling. Even if you try to write down your thoughts, I'm noticing that it's just a fraction of the thoughts that are happening all at the same time. So really calming the mind by doing the walking meditation and the sitting meditation helps, and that actually gives that feeling of contentment. And I really have a feeling that I'm going on the right path. I still have a feeling that I have to go very far. I think I'm the type of person that's going to take a long time before I finally reach somewhere with sitting meditation. But the calmness I feel, and I'm very happy with that. So I think I'm on the right track, and I'm so happy that I don't feel the doubt anymore with the walking meditation, which I felt for a long time, I think.
Yes, mindfulness is very important practice. Whether you're sitting, standing, or walking, try to be mindful all the time. And you'll start to have this feeling of contentment, this feeling of light and easy in your mind, and feel kind of empty, but not empty without any satisfaction. It's empty with contentment, you know.
It's empty but full with light in a very strange way. It's
Yeah.
indeed emptiness, but not the emptiness as in the past you would feel empty if you don't get what you want, or if you don't, but it's different. It's
Yeah. The Buddha
like
said the supreme emptiness is the supreme happiness. You know?
mm,
This
so
is the emptiness from the practice of mindfulness and wisdom. See? You'll clear your mind, get everything out of your mind. All emotions are gone from your mind, and you feel empty, but you feel content at the same time.
yeah, it's good. So I thank you also for the guidance, and I keep on going. I don't have any additional questions at this point. I think it's just
Yeah, just
experiencing
stick to
it.
the mindfulness practice, and you'll be okay. As soon as you let go of your practice, then your defilement will start to take over your mind again.
That's my biggest concern. So that's why I keep on doing the practice and keep on following it. And that's why I'm happy.
Mindfulness practice is like having fighter near your house, and defilement they are like the wildfire coming to your house. So you need to
And,
keep the firefighter close to your house all the time.
and they're never stopping. They're so tedious. They show up whenever you don't expect it, right? It's
Yeah,
even with the
when you're not
greed.
mindful, it can come right away.
Yeah,
It can sneak in. How about go and have a beer? How about going just a one beer? It's not going to hurt.
that's the worst feeling. It's you have this. I know that this. I stopped watching anything on TV. I stopped watching movies. I stopped watching series, etc. And
Yeah.
the other day there was this comment that somebody made at work about watching football. I used to watch football a lot, and he was saying something about a score. And it was like by the time I noticed that the thought was going there, I was like, I'm already thinking about it. I didn't even get the heads up, like, oh, by the way, you're gonna this is the kilesa coming up right now. It's like it was there already. It's like, no, I don't
Yeah,
want this. So it's scary because that's how it goes. And then it kind of makes you realize that you have so much more to develop. But yeah, I'm happy that now the doubt is less, and that's good.
good. Okay, then stick with your mindfulness practice all the
Yes,
time, from the time you get
constantly.
up to the time you go to sleep.
Indeed. Thank
Okay,
you, Ajaan.
you're welcome. Next, Kok Seng from Singapore.
Greeting, Prajan. Yeah, I recall that Prajan, you mentioned to me some time back that there are two examinations that I have to prepare. One examination is that of the sickness. The second examination is that of death. And to prepare for these two examinations, so I have to practice mindfulness every day and to attain to jhana state so that I can use the wisdom that is from the jhana state to teach my mind about anicca, dukkha, anatta, so that when the actual time comes for the examinations, I'll be prepared for it. Just want to check, Prajan, is this thinking correct?
No, I think jhana doesn't give you wisdom. Jhana give you equanimity or contentment. Wisdom, you need to study the teaching of the Buddha. That's how you get wisdom. So you have to read Dhamma books to get wisdom. Read the Four Noble Truths, for instance. You have to study the Four Noble Truths, the three characteristics of existence. These are wisdom. They don't come from jhana. Jhana give you equanimity and contentment, so that when you have contentment and equanimity, you can stop your craving. You can let go of your cravings, which cause you the stress or the dukkha in your mind.
Okay. So jhana gives us the contentment of mind so that we don't feel that the mind is
You
empty.
need anything, the mind doesn't need anything, even the body. Once you have contentment, you can give up the body. You can deal with the pain. You can stay with the pain. If the wisdom tell you that the best thing to deal with death and sickness, just to leave it alone. Let it come and go. Don't try to have any craving. Don't try to fight against it, because you cannot fight against sickness and death. They will always win. Submit yourself to sickness, submit yourself to death. Then your mind will be calm and peaceful and happy.
And in order to submit that, we need to achieve jhana.
Equanimity, jhana. If not, then the defilement will resist, will keep on fighting. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Prajan.
Next, Nita and Saget from Santa Clara. Is it cold there now?
Yes, Ajaan, getting colder. Tanajan, I had a couple questions. One was that recently I sort of sprained my foot, and I had a favorite position for sitting in meditation. But now when I sit, then I feel that my sprain gets worse. So, is it, I mean, I'd love to go back to that position, but I just was wondering, how should I deal with this? Because if I sit in another position, then I'm not able to, I think I feel a lot of pain.
Well, see, sometimes you have to switch position depending on the situation of the body. If you cannot sit in this position, then you have to sit in some other position. The main factor that can determine your success in meditation is not on your position, it's on your mindfulness. So don't worry about the position, worry about your mindfulness. See, you become attached to a certain particular position, and you feel that this position gives you more result, better result than other position. But actually it's not, it's your mindfulness. So if you cannot sit in this particular position before, like you used to before, then you just have to switch to another position temporarily until your sprained ankle or whatever heals. Then you can go back to your normal position again. But in fact, you should be able to practice in all posture, in any position. That's the goal. Don't be attached to any one particular position, because sometimes you have to change position. Sometimes when you get real sick and you cannot get up and sit, then you just have to meditate while lying down. You can still meditate if you have strong mindfulness. So mindfulness is the important factor in meditation. Secondary is the position of the body.
Thank you very much, Ajaan. And I had one other question. Mm, I heard that in the monastic they if they find that they've done something wrong, then they confess to each other. And I was wondering, is that something that we as lay people can also try and do, have a confession partner or something of that sort?
Well, see, when you do something wrong, you don't want to hide it, see. Because if you're hiding it, then you keep continuing doing it all the time. But if you have to confess every time you do something wrong to somebody, then it kind of let people know that, yeah, I did something wrong and I try not to do it again. When you confess, you say, I did this thing wrong and I will try not to do it again. But if you keep coming back and repeat the same thing, then this is not good. See, you confess so that you will try not to repeat the same mistake again. So you can confess to your wife if you like. You can use her as your partner when you
I
did
think
something
she'll be very
wrong.
happy to hear all my faults. Yes, yeah.
Well, I do point out also sometimes.
Yeah. But I think you should have a certain thing that you confess to, like breaking the 5 precepts or breaking the 8 precepts, for instance. But not any little thing like, having a chocolate or something, and you have to confess that I shouldn't be having.
Yes, 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 Ajahn.
We monks
Okay.
have 227 rules we have to keep. See, so when we break any one of these rules, then some we can confess and some we cannot confess. And meaning, confessing itself doesn't make it right. You have to do atonement also. You have to do something to pay for your debt, to pay for your sin.
Is there a way for me to learn these rules? What some good book or how can I learn about these rules,
You
Ajahn?
can search in the internet for the monks, Buddhist monks, 227 precepts. It's in the Tripitaka. For women, they also have Bhikkhuni precept, which have more than monks. Monk has 227, and I think Bhikkhuni has 300 something. You can study if you want to become a Bhikkhuni, what you cannot do as a Bhikkhuni. Yes, you can find it in the internet. It's in the Tripitaka. It's in the book of monastic code for monk and for Bhikkhuni.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay.
Um,
Anything?
Ajahn, I think my mindfulness is okay. I do feel that there's a lot of clinging that is happening these days because now that we are packing up and we are wrapping up from US and trying to go back to India with very little stuff, I'm realizing there's a lot of clinging to the stuff, and sometimes greed arises and a lot of defilements keep arising. So, can you please advise on how to let go in all these things skillfully?
Give to charity. Give to charity, then you feel good. Because what you give can make other people happy. See? Don't sell them. Don't make a profit from this thing. Make merit from this thing by giving. When you give something away for free, you don't expect anything in return. You feel very happy. That's why the Buddha practiced charity. Keep only what you need. Anything that you don't need, give it away. Then you won't have any worry about them or feel sad when you have to lose them. So the Buddha said, try to live simple, only with the basic necessity of life.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Ajahn, for
And,
saying this.
and
Yeah.
find happiness from meditation. Don't find happiness from these things that you have because they are like they can be beneficial and also they can be harmful to your mind. Like you just told me you're clinging to them now. This is harmful to your mind.
That's true. It's giving me migraines, yes.
Yeah. Give it away. Charity. Think of dana. This is dana. This is the biggest dana you can do in your lifetime.
Yes.
Open up your house, and anybody wants to have anything can have it. There was a story about a couple of one of Ajaan Mun's disciple. Before he became a monk, he was a farmer, a rich farmer. He and his wife lived together, but they go to the monastery every week and practice meditation. So they felt that they want to give up all the possession. He wants to become a monk and she wants to become a nun, but they have no children. So they just make announcement for the villagers. If anybody need a house, they can come and have his house. If anybody need the buffalo, they can come and get the buffalo. They don't want anything anymore. They're gonna go and live in the monastery.
Wow.
This is what you want to do, but you're afraid to think. If you want to progress the spiritual path, you have to give up your material possession, because they can be a drag to your practice.
Yeah, Saket has been telling me to just give up everything. Let's just donate everything.
Yeah,
My mind is not
just take
accepting
one bag and go. Everything else, leave it to anybody who wants them.
Yes, Ajahn, we'll follow that for sure now.
Well, when I left the state after my stay there, after I graduated, I only have a backpack. That's all I had. Everything else I can sell, I sell. Things that I cannot sell, I just give away. And I feel free, I feel better, I feel light.
Yes, feels
Sold the
like.
car and hitchhiking instead.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Yes, Ajahn. This is
all
wonderful.
right. Next, Steph, how are you? Cold in Oregon, must be very cold now.
Yes, very cold, very rainy.
Mhm.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. I don't have any questions. I just wanted to pay my respects. Thank you.
Okay, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, next, Sui and Czech from Vancouver.
Greetings, Ajahn.
Yeah, greeting, Tanja. Are you ready to give up your possession yet?
No.
Not yet.
I have to be very honest with you. Yeah, I have to be honest. Yeah.
So
Not
you
yet.
have to cling to them.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Why do you need them?
Because I'm stupid, I think. Yeah. Also I think yeah, just not
Because
ready.
you cannot yet find happiness from your meditation. So you still need them to keep you happy. See? But if you can find happiness from your meditation, then you can give everything up.
Oh. But when you were in US, you're already like that, Ajahn.
Yeah, I was already like that. I
you
seldom have
didn't.
any possession. I live
Wow.
very simple. Just have
That
enough things that I need to use to have, that's all.
yeah. You were so young, and then also at that time you didn't even start the 1 year of not working like meditate full time yet.
Then I didn't even know about Buddhism or meditation.
Oh, you didn't even know about
I
Buddhism.
mean, you know, the core the Buddhism, the practical part of it. I knew a little bit of the Buddhism in theory, but just the practice I haven't studied or know anything about. It's only after I got a book on impermanence and start to draw my attention to the practice.
Oh, so it's the Dharma is already in you. Like even if you haven't really
Yeah, I think it's part of the habit. You know, it becomes a habit. You have done this before in your past life. You used to live simple before in your past life, so you continue on this next life.
Oh. Yeah, you give me hope because I think yeah you can carry like even though yeah you can carry on, right? Like
Yeah, whatever you do, if it becomes a habit, it will go with you. If you like something, it will go with you. If you hate something, it will go with you. Do you wonder why? Do you hate this thing? Do you like this thing? Why? Nobody tell you to hate or like, right?
happy.
It's something you've been doing before, long before. In your past life, you hate this color, you like this color, you know. So in this lifetime, same you do the same thing. You continue on. You like this type of food, you don't like this type of food. Yeah. These are all part of your habit that you carry over into your next life.
You have a new analogy, Ajahn. The mindfulness is the firefighter. And then the defilement is the fire. We need
Yeah. You
firefighter.
need firefighter to keep the fire away from your house, from your mind. The house is the mind.
The house is the
It's the
the house.
mind. The mind is the house, and mindfulness is protect the mind from the fire of your defilement. When you have no mindfulness, then the fire of defilement will attack your house, will burn your mind, cause you to have anxiety, worry, agitation, restlessness. Right? When you have mindfulness, then it will calm down, calm the fire down.
It's like the fire sutta, the Adita Pariyaya Sutta, and the Buddha
Yeah,
talks about
these
fire.
are all fire.
Yeah.
Sensual pleasures are all fire. Because it can cause your mind to become hot, you know, hot with worry, hot with anxiety, hot with attachment, clinging.
I think I thought Ajahn came with a cool mind already. Like, yeah, even because of the.
When you have mindfulness, your mind tend to be cool, then hot. Without mindfulness, your mind tend to be hot, emotional. If you have mindfulness, your mind tend to be cool and rational.
With mindfulness.
Yeah, so mindfulness is very important practice to keep your mind cool, to protect your house from fire burning the house. The fire of the defilement, fire of love, fire of hate, fire of delusion, like in the fire sermon, the fire discourse. So you need mindfulness to cool things down, and then you need wisdom to develop to remove everything, remove the fire completely, permanently. But mindfulness can only stop the fire temporarily, but it cannot remove them.
Wisdom fireproof the whole house, Ajahn. Wisdom made the house.
Wisdom will tell you that the defilements are the one that cause the fire to burn your house with. So you have to get rid of all your defilement, your love, hate, and delusion. By seeing everything as being dukkha, all the possession you have, they are all dukkha. They can cause you dukkha, can cause you suffering. Because you have to worry about them. You have to look after them. And you become sad when you have to lose them. So they are causing you suffering. So better not to have anything. The less you have, the less suffering you will have.
The least you have, the less.
Like if you live alone, then you won't have to worry about your husband, your children. But if you have a family, then you have to worry about your family. If you have a house, you have to worry about your house. If you have a car, you have to worry about your car, right? Anything you have will always cause you to have worry or anxiety or responsibility. You have to look after them. You have to care for them.
Mm.
But when you have nothing, then there's nothing to look after, nothing to care for,
Mm.
which is better.
Nothing.
Okay, but then where?
Still
So
stupid.
why?
Sorry.
Okay.
Still stupid.
Okay, we have to move on. There's still lots of people waiting.
Yeah.
Anything else? Do you have any question?
I do have questions. Tanajan, like body give like okay, we have painful feelings. But in terms of like Sanya and Sankara, the result is what we get, like what you were just saying, right? Like sometimes we get anxious, sadness. Those are from Sanya and Sankara, right?
Well, don't go into that direction. You don't need to work. You just have to know that they are your defilement that's causing you the anxiety and worry.
The defilements, okay.
Yeah, it's more direct. I think Sanya Sankara, they are just the two of the defilement. Sanya Sankara can be the two of Dhamma also. It depends on how you use it. If you think of anicca, dukkha, anatta, then this is the two of Dhamma. You'll stop all stress and anxiety in your mind. But if you think of possession being, this is my possession, this is my husband, this is my house, then this is creating anxiety and worry for you.
Okay. Yeah.
So try to think that everything doesn't belong to you, that doesn't belong to me. Nothing belongs to me. There's no me. Everything are natural phenomena that rise and cease. One day everything I have will be gone. This body will be gone. All that is left is me, the one who knows, the one who thinks. This doesn't disappear.
Okay.
Don't let go of everything. Don't cling to anything. Give up everything.
Yes. We
And
start
live
to
alone. Live alone.
Yes.
Be alone. Look at the Buddha. He left his palace and he lived alone. He never went back to the palace. And people in the palace instead came and followed him. There were many of his relatives, princes, who came after him and became monk like him. His son became a monk like him. His wife and his mother also became bhikkhuni. So you have to follow me, come to the monastery. Give up.
That's so inspiring. Yeah.
Yes.
Then you can be happy all the time, 24 hours a day. Nothing to worry. No
Yes,
taxes to pay, no bills to pay.
Yeah. At least we have to get to jhana, Tanajan.
Okay, good. Mindfulness will lead you there. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Tanajan.
Welcome. Next, Abalachita from Dubai.
Good evening, Prajan.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. I think I've enjoyed this weekly dose of sanity. Meaning, it's rare to meet a person that you always come to and you always sense sanity, whereas the world is always up and down. So that's why I feel good.
Good. And
Yes.
the sanity is caused by your defilement.
I know the insanity is here.
Yeah. You get rid of the defilement, then you'll get your sanity back.
Yes.
Now you're driven by your delusion to think that everything is good for you, make you happy. But the truth is everything is bad for you, will cause you sadness, will make you suffer. Because they are temporary, they can change. They can change from good to bad. They can come and go and be gone the next day. And when you have to lose them, then you'll become sad. So try not to rely on anything to make you happy. Rely on yourself, make yourself happy by meditation. Stop your defilement, stop thinking. Okay?
Yes, very much.
All right, I'll go on to the next person.
Thank you.
B.
Thank you.
Raveen from Bangkok.
Hi, good evening, Prajan.
How's
I
your
think
mindfulness?
To be honest, it's on and off. I have some good days and I have some days where I know it's can be better. So I'm working on trying to find some more consistency with my mindfulness.
You should start at the beginning in the morning when you get up. Practice mindfulness right away. Start reciting the mantra or start watching your body. Keep following your body movement. From lying down to getting up, sitting, standing, walking, and go doing whatever you're doing. Keep following your body all the time. Stay with your body all the time. Don't go think about this and that when you don't have to yet. Don't go to work yet. You're still at home. Don't send your mind to work. Wait until you get to the office before you're thinking about work. Be here and now, be in the present, be with your body. And just watching what you have to do with your body. You have to get dressed, you have to eat, whatever you do. Just keep watching, that's all. Then you'll have my good mindfulness for the rest of the day, I think.
Yes, I think my problem is, Prajan, I tend to think too far into the future sometimes. I tend to plan ahead. Oh, I should do this. I should do this afterwards. And I tend not to stay in the present enough. So I think that's probably the reason why I
Well,
lose
you can think
mindfulness.
about the future planning is okay, but you have to have a limit to how long you want to think, that's all. Just know enough what you have to do today and then stop thinking about it. Just then go do, know your planner, what you have to do for today, and then just follow the planner. You don't have to keep thinking all day long about the future. Just only the immediate future, what you have to do today. Don't worry about tomorrow, it's still very, very far away. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, who knows? You might be dead before that.
Yes. Try and
Okay.
stay in the present.
Yeah, in the present and watch the mind, watch the body. Don't watch the mind yet, watch the body first. So that then you will have mindfulness to be able to stop the mind. Without mindfulness to stop the mind, it's useless to watch the mind.
Actually, that was yes, sorry.
Go ahead.
Actually, that was the question I was going to ask you, Prajan, regarding the Satipatthana Sutta, where it mentions about mindfulness of the body, the chitta, the vedana, and the dhamma. So actually, my question was on how do I find mindfulness of the chitta and the feelings? But it seems body has to come first, right?
You have to first develop mindfulness. See? And the way to develop mindfulness is to be mindful of your body. And when you sit, be mindful of your breath, your breathing. Then you get mindfulness. Once you have mindfulness, then you can direct your attention to study the nature of the body, to study the nature of feelings, to study the nature of the mind, to find that they are all anicca, dukkha, anatta. And then once you see that they are anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you can give up them. Don't cling to them. Don't have any craving for them. So mindfulness is in order to get mindfulness, you have to use the body and the breath and the breathing according to the Buddha's teaching. But in Thai tradition, they can also use the mantra Bhutto Bhutto or chanting as a preliminary way of developing mindfulness. But eventually, you want to get to watching your body all the time, breathing when you're sitting and when you're meditating, you have to watch your breath. then you have mindfulness to be able to direct the mind to study the nature of the body. Generally, we don't want to study the nature of the body. We want to study about everything else, but not about our body. We don't want to see how ugly our body is. We don't want to look at the 32 parts of the body. So you need to have mindfulness to be able to force the mind to look at the nature of the body, to look at death, to look at aging, sickness, to look at separation from the one you love. This is something that the defilement don't want you to look. Because if you look, then you know that you have to let go of your attachment to everything. And then when you let go of everything, then the defilement will be gone. So the defilement doesn't want that to happen. The defilement wants to continue to conquer, to rule the mind. But with wisdom and mindfulness, then the defilement will be overthrown by wisdom and mindfulness. So defilement will try in every way to prevent you from practice mindfulness and wisdom. That's why I'm constantly telling everybody to practice mindfulness from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. But everybody think I'm joking. I'm not joking. This is really the real thing that you have to do if you want to really get anything from the practice. You need to do mindfulness practice first. Okay.
So mindfulness is like the foundation for everything else that follows.
Yes, the Buddha said it's the most important thing. The Buddha compared the mindfulness as like the footprint of the elephant. It's the biggest footprint of all animals' footprint. It's more important than wisdom. It's more important than jhana. Because without mindfulness, you cannot get to jhana. You cannot develop wisdom. You cannot develop vimutti, liberation from suffering without mindfulness.
It's like the golden rule, like the ABC of Dharma.
Right. When you read, you begin with ABC. Yeah? When you practice Dhamma, you begin with mindfulness. All day long, all day mindfulness, not just 1 minute or 2 minutes. Like people think, oh, I have mindfulness. I practice mindfulness today. I recite the mantra for 1 minute.
Not enough.
No. You need to do it all day long. Okay.
Yes, Prajaan. Thank you so much for your inspiration. I will try my best.
You're welcome. Next, Masha from Ohio. How's the weather? Bad weather, I heard.
Oh, it's getting colder, like
No
39
storm.
degrees.
No storm.
Well, we had snow last week. We had a little bit of snow and then it melted.
Yeah, they said they're gonna have bad weather for Thanksgiving coming.
I don't know. I don't listen so much to the news anymore. So when it comes, it's coming.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, this is the first year where, the change from hot to cold isn't really bothering me. It's like I go outside and it's cold. And instead of shivering, it's like, oh, cold.
You accept it.
Arising.
You accept it. Yeah.
I'm just accepting it. Yeah. So it's been much better.
And you have more equanimity, I think. Equanimity.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
From your practice, from your meditation practice. Your mind tend to be less reactive to things.
Yeah. Like the other day I was in a Zoom meditation and a cramp started to form in the bottom of my foot. And instead of reacting to it, I just felt the tightness and the pain of it. And I didn't get involved in it at all. It was like, okay, feeling. And I could see that previously 90% of the pain was in my mind. And this time it was like 10%. And then it went away. I mean, it came up, it went away, lasted for, a few seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and goes away by itself. I didn't have to do anything. So that was good. I've had more
most of the pain is from your mind.
from the mind. Yeah, exactly. It's like I would cling as soon as the pain would come. Before I would like grab onto it. Oh no, pain. This is bad. I have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Instead, I just was watching it,
Just
knowing
leave it
it,
alone, living alone.
leaving it alone. And I
Yeah.
thought, wow, this is so powerful. And then as a result, I've had way more of those little moments during the day where contentment comes from inside. And it's like you're full. It's
Yeah.
like something is filling you up. And then I'll look at my mind and I'll think, oh, the mind is empty right now. I'm trying to see like, what is this? And it's like the mind is not thinking. Yeah, I'm just here.
Yes, it's from your mindfulness. Your mindfulness control or stop the thinking.
Yeah. And just accepting.
It's like knowing, just merely knowing, no thinking, just merely knowing, accepting,
Yeah.
acknowledging.
Yeah.
Let
And
things
of
be.
course,
The best
it
thing
came.
to deal with things is to leave them alone.
Yes. And then I had a real wow moment this week as well. I don't even like to use the word wow because it's a very subtle kind of a wow. And I woke up very early, like around 3:30 in the morning, and the house was cold and I didn't feel like getting up. And so I did the mindfulness of breathing as I was laying down. And I just kept at it because I was awake. I was wide awake at 3:30, and thoughts would come and thoughts would go, and I would just keep on going to the breathing in and breathing out at the nose tip. And I did that for quite a while. And then there was a sensation like a little vapor slipped out of the body, like a separation. And then the mind and the body were not together anymore. This thing, the awareness, I guess, whatever was aware of the body just slipped out. And there was a sense of freedom and a sense of floating and and the body, I could still know that there was a body. I mean, I wasn't looking at it or anything. I wasn't thinking, I wasn't doing, but there was this knowing. And the body was also perfect. It was like tranquil, perfectly empty and tranquil. And then there was this knowing that was just like a wispiness and a lightness, kind of like a floating. And I thought, well, afterwards, when these things happen, I'm not analyzing it. And then afterwards, it was like, what just happened there? Seemed like total separation of body and mind. And the mind was the awareness, or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. It was all by itself, and it was free.
That's
and then
good.
I felt
That's good. That's the result of your meditation practice.
So that's a good thing. That's not
Yes,
something
yes.
I'm making up.
No, how can you make up? It's there in front
I
of your
don't know
eyes.
how I could make that up. No.
It's from your mindfulness of the breathing and not thinking or anything. You stop the
Mhm.
thinking temporarily.
Mhm. Mhm.
When the thinking stops, then the mind becomes more apparent, more obvious. The knowing becomes more obvious to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I was happy. Like all the next day, it was like
And
I
contentment.
got to home and happy, and it was like, oh,
You don't,
coming to the inside. Like,
you don't feel you need anything to keep you happy anymore.
no, don't need anything. I thought, yeah, it's actually true. I thought the mind is actually going to be by itself at the time of death. The body is going to be gone, and now I'm going to be that. And I thought that's really
good.
That's good. That's nice.
Yes,
I,
just you have to maintain it by practicing more and more.
I do need to practice more, but
Because
it's like,
if you stop, it can disappear. Also, it can be gone.
oh,
Because it's not yet a permanent type of peace. You have to practice more, and also you have to develop more wisdom. Because the wisdom will be there to protect this state of mind whenever the defilement start to disrupt it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
So
a
anyway,
good step. It's a good first step.
thank you. And it's, because I'm following your instruction to stick with the breath no matter what. You just have to go back. I mean, the mind is up, defilements are coming, and I just kept going back to the nose tip and the breath. And if you just keep doing it long enough, then
the mind will drop into calm, like you just mentioned.
right. That's right. So anyway, thank you. And, to all the practitioners out there, these things are going to happen if you keep practicing.
Practicing mindfulness. The
Mindfulness.
more the better. The more the better.
Patience, confidence. Someone else mentioned the confidence, Marco, the confidence in the practice, which is something I've tried to develop over the years. Actually had it.
They come when you have the result. When you get the
Yeah.
result, then you become confident of your practice.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Keep up. Don't
Thank you.
stop. Don't stop.
I will keep trying, keep
Do it
practicing.
until the last breath. Until the last breath. Keep practicing until the last breath.
Okay. And then I'll find out what comes next.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Next, Nining from Indonesia.
Ajaan, good evening, Ajaan. Ajaan, I love following the question and answer of Ajaan in the Facebook. And then I want to ask about the words stay here. Ajaan said that practice must live in events and places that will encourage you to choose between letting go and attachment. If you are not sure whether you can really let go or not, then you have to follow the forest along the mountain. The monk follows the forest along with the mountain because you want to prove that you can really release your body. You have to be close to the tiger. When the tiger cries, your heart is still. If your heart is trembling, it means you haven't let it go. If you let it go, you have to stay. What is the meaning of the word stay here? Is it the mind stay calm, or I stay with the tiger?
Stay where you are. If you are calm, then if you're not trembling, then there's no need to go away. You just continue on staying there, practicing.
So let's say if I stay in the mountain, like last experience in the Kaohsiung, when the first time I meet the deer, I'm not afraid. I can control myself, and then I just kisera sera. What will be, because that's my first time in my first experience in my life. First time meet the deer, face to face. But in fact, the deer is not wild, so they are not harm for me. But if I meet the wild animal like tiger, let's say if my mind still stay calm, and then I don't do anything, I don't run, and I don't run, is it does it wise?
Then it
Is
means
it wise?
then it means you can live in the mountain. You can live in the forest forever.
Yeah, that's why I asked this question, because maybe I will often go to the mountain. So I want to know, what if I meet the wild animal? What should I do? Like
Well,
snake.
you just don't do anything.
Oh, it is the worst thing that I don't do anything. I stay calm, and then
Stay calm, and if you can walk away, walk away. If you can not walk away, you just have to wait for it to go away before you can continue on walking or doing what you want to do.
so the time I have to use my wisdom also.
Oh yes, you have to tell that though your body is impermanent, you can lose your body now. If you have to lose it, let it be. You have to accept it. You don't
Oh, I
want to run
see.
away from the thing that might cause your body to die. You just let the body die.
Because actually I'm not afraid of anything, but I just want myself to be wise. So what should I do? Like
Wise is to let go of your body. You know your body is temporary. It's gonna die one day, sooner or later. So if it should die now, let it be. That's wisdom. To accept death anytime, anywhere.
yeah, okay, I'm ready then. Okay, Ajahn.
Okay.
Thank you. I understand now.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, Samanji. Long way today. Any question
Ajahn, how are
today?
you? Three
Fine.
questions.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Tanaja?
Yes, perfectly.
Yes. My questions are related to the mind, Tanaja. I just want to know, what does I or me represent in Buddhism? Does it refer to the mind? When you say I or me?
This is just a concept created by the mind, the delusion of the mind. It's like two trees calling itself me and you. When actually the two trees are just trees. There's no me or you in the tree, right? But the mind who possesses this body, which is like a tree, then create this concept that this body is me and that body is you.
Okay. Tanuja, now when we perform a meritorious deed, if there's no person called I or me, who acquires the merit? Is it the mind?
Yes, the mind who performed the action, and the mind who is the one who reaped the result of that action, good or bad feeling.
It's a mind.
Yes, it's the mind who's doing the action.
Yeah. Tanuja, then when we say that there's no self, it means that there's no a mind exists but no body, and it means that the body is not the mind, or
No,
body is not the self.
there's no self in the five elements. In the body and mind made up of the five elements. The body made up of four elements: the water, fire, wind, and water, earth, wind, and fire element make up the body, and the mind is the knowing element. They combine together to perform to create a human being. And then the illusion in the mind said, this body is me. It's just a concept. The mind is like a fiction writer.
Okay.
you are a correspondent, right? You write a lot of things. The mind is like that. The mind can write anything, can think about anything. So you create this concept of a self in the mind. I am the mind. I who think is I. Actually, there's no one who think. It's just thinking. See? But the mind just create this concept of there's an I behind this thinking. I think, I feel, I move the body, I tell the body what to do. But actually there's no this I, it's just an action. There's thinking, there's telling what the body what to do.
Okay, Tanajan, is it correct to say that a mind exists but the body doesn't exist?
The body exists, but it doesn't exist permanently. One day it will break apart. See, the body will the thing that build up the body, the four elements will separate. The four elements will return back to its original state. Water go back to water, fire go back to fire, wind go back to wind, earth go back to earth. Then the body is no more. It's like a bubble. The body is like a bubble. When the bubble breaks, then the body is gone.
Okay. Tanajan, but the mind exists until we end this samsara, until we attain arahanthood. The mind exists, but not the body. Is it correct?
Well, the body doesn't exist after death. See?
Yes.
Not after being an arahant or not. That's not the point. The point is the body will disappear up at the end of the breath. When you stop breathing, then the process of dissolution will start. And
Okay.
and what make up the body will then go separate ways. The water go back to the water, the earth go back to earth, the fire, the wind go back to where they came from.
Okay. Also, Tanajan, the mind is also impermanent. The mind.
The mind itself is permanent. It's like the four elements, the water, fire, and they're indestructible. You cannot destroy the earth element. You cannot destroy the fire element or the water element or the wind element. So you cannot destroy the knowing element. But the knowing element can change. Inside the knowing element, you have feelings, emotions, thought. This keep changing all the time.
Okay. Tanajan, now whatever we do, our karma carry over from one life to the next life. That means that the mind exists, right? I mean, if the mind is impermanent, how does karma carry over from one life to the next?
I didn't say the mind is impermanent. I said it's permanent. It is permanent. It's a knowing element.
Yeah, it's a knowing element. Yeah.
It's indestructible, just like the other four elements.
Okay.
The body is just a product of the combination of the four elements.
Knowing element is the mind.
The fifth element is the mind.
Mind. Okay. Tanajan, my next question is, can the mind truly observe itself?
Yes, by meditation, mindfulness. When you have mindfulness, then you can watch your mind, what's going on inside your mind. Right now, your mind is not watching your mind. Your mind is driven by your defilement to watch after the other thing, to watch after the body, the money, everything that exists in this world. So it doesn't understand the nature of the mind because it's not looking at the mind. So you need mindfulness to bring back the mind inside. Right now, it goes outside, it goes to the sensual objects. So you need to use the mindfulness to pull the mind back inside. When the mind enters into jhana, it's back inside. Then you can see what's going on inside the mind.
Okay, Tanajan. Then is it the same mind that carries us throughout samsara?
Yes, it can continue on changing the new body.
Changing.
Just get a new body. When this old body dies, it goes and look for a new body. It's like changing a car, an automobile. When your old car can no longer run, then you go buy a new car, right? Keep changing a car. You're the driver. You're the driver. The driver never dies. It's the car that dies. The car breaks down, no longer can be driven, so you buy a new car. But the driver continue on. The mind's like the driver of the car.
Okay.
The body is like the car.
Okay, Tanajan, and you said the mind is like a fiction writer and it creates the illusion of self, right? Am I
That's
correct?
right. Concept of self. It's not true. It's fiction.
Yeah. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for your explanation.
See, you and me just thinking is a product of your thought and my thought. I think I am, therefore I am. I think you are, therefore you are. But if I stop thinking, then you and I disappear. Meditate, and when you stop the mind from thinking, then you'll find out, where am I? I'm gone. There's no me anymore. After when your mind becomes calm, when you stop thinking, all you have left is a knowing. Okay, understand?
Yes. Thank you so much, Tanajan.
Okay, you're welcome.
Wish you
Next.
good health and happiness. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Kapilim from Malaysia.
Good day to you, Ajaan. I'm just listening.
Okay, good. Go to Toronto. Dr. Piao and Dr. Indira. You're not busy today, Piao?
No, I just because of the time change.
Oh, I
I
see.
start.
So you have
I start
extra hour.
extra hours, so I have a half an hour more before I start my patients. Like
Okay.
10:30. 10:30 I start.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just free at the moment. But I did some in between some work, sending some prescriptions, patients quickly because some people wait for this. So I don't want him to feel. So I try to finish the prescriptions because they get anxious, right? They don't get the medicine. They are waiting. So I don't want to make bad karma.
Do you make any home visit?
No, I don't. I never wanted to. I never did. Hospitals and stuff I did, but that also I have stopped.
I think the
And
practice of visiting people at home is gone, right? Nowadays,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I think there are doctors who do that called like home visits, med visit doctors. But there's a group of doctors who still do it, med visit. Yeah,
But
so
not generally anymore.
not general.
Yeah, but
Yes.
the temples he does whenever there's a
Yeah.
all the temples here, like
In
all the
front.
monks are his
Yeah,
patients. So.
they come here. Yeah, they
So
sometimes
most
they
of
have to fit them in. I have to come early because the schedule is already full. But when they call, I said come in, so I had to come in early.
or we go visit them when they're
Yeah, or we give the flu shots. I go to the temple and give them all the flu shots.
The Buddha said, when you treat a monk, you are treating the Buddha himself.
Yes.
Sad. Yeah, it's a good feeling, like being with the good intention to help people, like serve people. I mean, not
That's
everyone gets
that's
well.
loving kindness,
Yeah.
compassion.
Yeah, not all get cured because I have license to kill. Just kidding.
Everybody dies, no matter how good
Yes,
a doctor is.
yeah. It's like the Buddhist coroner. There was a coroner as a joke, but he had only one stamp. That stamp is the cause of death. He says, cause of death is birth. That's all he puts. every patient, the coroner, he puts a stamp.
That's the truth.
Cause
That's the truth. The Buddha said,
Yes.
you don't born, then you don't die.
Yeah, interesting.
Ajaan, yes. So we are practicing as much as we can. It's been a little bit of tough time because my mom's her memory is failing really rapidly. So like I almost have to think for her and do her stuff. So it's been a little challenging, but we are managing. Yes.
Yeah, think of her as a baby now. That's why
Yes.
before you were a baby and she looked after you.
Yes.
Now you reverse the role.
That's how we think.
Yeah, she needs diapers. We have to get all those things.
Yes, everything. Yes. So yeah.
Just
But
use
only
compassionate.
Always, yes, Ajaan. And also, like, only good thing is like her mind, like she forgets everything, but chanting, she
You can chant. That's good.
Yes,
Yes,
she
chant.
chants so
It means
well.
she has more mind. She has mindfulness.
Yes.
Yes. And then also meditation. I don't know what she does, but she.
She's happy chanting. I think that itself, I think it's good.
That's a way of meditating.
Yes. So.
Yeah, he's always happy. When I go, always chanting book is there. So she looks up, she smiles. That means she's happy,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, it
She's-
calms your mind, and all the anxiety and worry disappear from her mind.
Yes.
Less
Good.
thinking, I guess.
Yeah. Or maybe when she might have wisdom and accept the fact that of her status, you know, this is her status, and she's happy with it.
Yes, because a few years back, she completely she doesn't want to socialize with anybody. She's in seclusion. So, yeah, so it's been like that. And I think it's easy for her. Yeah.
Even she stopped listening to Dhamma talks, but recently again, we started maybe, I mean, she listens, hopefully, but that's also for a change. Otherwise, she's chanting all the time.
Chanting is better, really.
Chanting is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can keep the mind calm.
Okay, Tanajan.
Because listening to Dhamma talk, sometimes you might not understand.
Disturb the mind.
I thought so, yeah. Only thing I was wondering is Tanajan, because I was like trying to see at the time of death. Do you know it just let her chant and be like that?
Yeah, just don't worry about the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because too complicated Dhamma can disturb the mind, I guess. Yeah. And
just keep the mind calm and empty. That's all she needs to do.
Okay. Okay, Tanajan. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else, Dr. Piao?
Yeah, I think there was a comment about watching the mind. I guess, I mean, we do even mindfulness practice. I think there's a certain degree of called sati sampajanya, mindfulness and clear comprehension. So there are three characters, atapi sampajano satima. Sampajano is like mindfulness, clear comprehension, or alertness. So there is some degree of watching the mind, but when you really watch the mind is after the jhana, like we see clearly, but that clarity is only comes after the fourth jhana. The watching the mind is then you go to chittanupassana or whatever the Vedananupassana. But without the jhana is kind of hard, because that's why the mindfulness of the body is put first. That's breathing to get to jhana, and then I guess that's where the clarity comes.
Yes, then you can study the nature of the mind and the body and the feeling also.
So I mean, it can be any order, right? Once you get there, it doesn't have to be
usually
okay.
the body first. The body is the easiest.
No, I know. Yeah. But after that, after the jhanas, it could be, it doesn't have to be the thoughts, whatever that comes, you watch, right? It doesn't have to be the mindfulness of feelings. You don't have to go in that order. Does it?
Well, usually you want to tackle the problem with the body first. Study the nature of the body until you see that you have to let
I
go.
see. Yes. Yeah. So there is a bit of insight in the also in the body contemplation, the
Because
impurities.
if you don't understand the nature of the body, you can still have suffering from clinging to the body.
I see.
But when you study the nature of the body, you'll find that you cannot cling to the body. So you have to let go of your attachment.
Okay.
When you let go of your attachment, then there will be no suffering,
I see.
no dukkha.
So there is more to study in the body even after jhana because of the 32 parts and all those things. I think we need to study that first.
Yes, this thing don't come from jhana. Jhana only
Yes.
give you equanimity.
Contemplation. Yeah, this is a contemplation.
Study. Dhamma vichayo.
Dhamma vichaya. Yes. Dhamma vichaya or investigation of Dhamma. Yeah,
Yes.
I think
The body is a Dhamma object that you have to investigate.
And
right now you are attached to your body. See? You still think the body is you. So you have to dispel this delusion with your investigation, your study.
So Dhamma Vijaya is same as Vimansa, right?
Vimansa or development of Panya, it's the same thing. It's
Same thing.
Samadhi, Sama Sangampo. This is all Dhamma Vichayo.
Dhamma Vijaya. So that leads to, yes. And other thing is,
lead to insight. Oh, the body is not me. The body is temporary. The body
it's anatta. It's not. If I cling to it, I get dukkha. So then you have to get rid of your clinging.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a theme today. I think you talk about that. Also, another theme was like giving up external stuff you have, like what you need in excess. Like
because they are anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Yeah. So so eventually you need to, because you're going to, whether you like it or not, when you die, you're going to give it up anyway, right?
You have to give up everything: your body, your
anyway,
feeling, and your mental state.
Yeah. So you have your own devices only at that point, because all this accumulated stuff, external, we can use it, right? Only your devices you put in your own. You have to be dependent on your own devices in the mind. So that's where the practice of mindfulness and wisdom comes in.
Yes, you need they are the tools to teach your mind to let go of everything, to see that everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta.
So you program your mind, you reprogram your mind. In other words, from the defilements
Let's say reteach the mind, the mind. Don't reprogram. Sounds like machine.
It's not a machine.
Right now, the mind is being taught by the delusion.
Yes.
To see everything as happiness, to see everything as permanent, to see everything as belong to you.
Yeah.
Nothing belongs to you.
Yeah.
Everything belongs to nature.
So self is an illusion, right? This is mine, myself. This is me. So there is absolutely no control, but you still feel there is a self. It's an empty of self. That emptiness is empty of self.
It's a misunderstanding of the truth. The truth is there's no self in anything.
That's true.
Just like I always compared with ancient people thinking the earth is flat, right?
Yeah.
When in fact it's round.
Yeah. That's right. So Buddha was brilliant. I think that's the only philosopher who said that everything is.
Yeah, and nobody sees this truth that there's no self in anything.
Brilliant. Beautiful. Yeah.
We only see them as the 4 elements or the 5 elements. Okay.
Thank you so much, Ajaan. Theron Saranai.
Next, Gary from Singapore.
No questions, Ajaan. Just happy to listen.
Okay, Diana, I have to limit your time to 3 minutes. Okay, we're running out of time. Hi, Diana.
Hello. I'll ask next time. It's okay. Thank
It's
you.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can do it. No.
I was just noticing that I have like Buddha going on in my head, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm being mindful. I notice a difference between when I actually think about Buddha with my breath. I just wondered if you had any thoughts, because I think I use it. I'm more mindfully using it when I go for a walk or if I'm sitting. But it's like a reel in my head.
Well, when you first started, this is how it might feel, but as you progress, you become more what you call melted together. You know, the mind and Buddha will become more closer together.
Okay.
Right now, it's still at a distance, the mind, but it's a starting point.
Yes.
Just keep reciting Buddha, 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 and Buddha will get nearer, closer to your mind.
It does remind me sometimes, because I hear it, and then it reminds me to say it mindfully.
Yes.
Yes. I've been reading some things about it's like a psychological perspective about embracing our shadows, like parts of us that are less acceptable. I just wondered if you had any thoughts from a Buddhist perspective. The commentary was like, it's really bad to suppress what we consider bad parts of us, and we have to actually just acknowledge and be mindful of them.
Well, see you have to see the damage the bad thing do to your mind. Then you can give it up. The bad thing will cause suffering in your mind, causing the mind stress, anxiety, or worry, or dissatisfaction. Once you see that they are causing you damage or harm, then you will stop them or give them up.
Yes.
You don't suppress them. You teach the mind to
Yes.
choose the right thing for the mind. The bad
Yes.
thing you want to throw them away. You don't want to keep them in your mind.
Yes.
The thing that causes you stress or anxiety, you get rid of. Keep on
Okay.
the thing that will make your mind peaceful and happy.
Yes. And that's you're making choices then, aren't you?
Yeah, you have to make choice because there's good and bad in you.
Yes.
And the choice is to get rid of the bad thing because the bad thing harm you. The good
Yes.
thing benefits you, makes you happy. So you keep the thing that makes you happy. The thing that
Yes.
causes you suffering, you want to get rid of it.
The last one I had was talking about that. Do we have a duty to stand up for justice for others if we see it, even if we know it will cause us to be not calm? How do we decide?
It's not a duty. It's a voluntary action. If you want feeling you want to help other people because you're compassionate, okay, do it. But you have to accept the consequence of your own action.
Thank you.
So you can decide whether you want to accept that consequence or not. If you don't want, then you don't do anything. Just let things be. Let karma takes over.
Okay.
We all have our karma. So one day we all have to pay our debt to our karma.
Mm.
So we don't need to interfere with other people's karma. If we don't want to. It's not wrong not to.
Okay.
If you're not able to help, or if you by helping will cause you harm, then you have the right to not helping other people.
Thank you.
But if you want to help and hurt yourself, that's fine also. If you want to be a hero,
I understand.
okay,
Thank you.
okay, you're welcome. Next, Ricardo. I heard you just have an election in Uruguay.
Hello, Tanajan. Yes, thank you. We had
You-
an election last Sunday.
You still have to have the second round, right?
No, we have the second round,
Already,
and
I see.
yes, and so we have a new president. Half of the country is happy, half of the country is not happy.
Which is normal. Which half are you
I
in?
have
Which half are you in? Happy half of.
the first half. I have no question today, so I just want to thank you for the dose of wisdom that you teach us. So thank you very much, and happy to see you and all the companions.
Keep
Thank you.
meditating, keep practicing mindfulness.
Yes, I do. We have a saying here in Uruguay that says, all dogs don't learn new tricks.
Yeah.
But I'm against that. I know I'm learning. I'm still learning.
You can teach old dogs new tricks, but it takes time to.
Thank you.
Okay. Good to see you.
See you.
Next, Belinda. Belinda, 3 minutes, not more.
Daniel express. If I received dana gift for my retreat, the person give me some dana. If I use a fraction of the person's money to dana for dharma activities, would the person still receive? For example, I dana for stupa, and would that person receive merits?
Well, the person has to have the intention first, and have to give up that person's money. Then that person will get the merit. You
But the
need
person
to.
dana to me first. I have the money, and then I let the person know that I use a little bit of the money to dana for on the behalf. and the person
Well,
will rejoice. Does it count, Ajahn?
it depends on whether who owns that money, you or her. Or,
Oh, her money she dana for my like it is for my 8 precept retreat. And
okay,
person
she already made dana herself. She already have the benefit of her own dana. The money that you get is your own money now. It's not her. So whatever you do with it doesn't have anything to do with her anymore.
Okay. Even if I use that fraction and I inform her to rejoice about it, it cannot link up.
Well, she might rejoice that you make good use of the money. If you tell her that you spend money on alcohol, she might not be happy.
So if she dana for my retreat and she get the merit for dana me and I use money.
That's right. She already got the dana. She got the benefit already. And the money now belongs to you. If you give her away, then you also get the benefit from dana yourself, not her.
Okay. Even I use a name, she doesn't get it. But
No, because it's not her anymore. It doesn't belong to her, and it's not her intention to do. It's your intention. It's your money. So you're the one who reap the benefit.
So if I want to do a dana for her, she has to get extra money for like a stupa or dana stupa or other activities.
If you tell her, she might not be happy. If her intention wants to give it to you, and you can use it for your own purpose.
Oh. But if she's happy about it, does it count? It doesn't count, does it? If she's happy,
If she's happy, she's happy, but briefly, just to know that you did something good with her money.
I use a name.
But it's not the benefit that you get from that. She doesn't get the benefit of dana, of your dana.
Okay. Still cannot get. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because she already got the benefit when she gave it to you the first time. When she gives you the money, she already have the benefit of giving from her giving. And whatever you do with the money has nothing to do with her anymore.
Even though I use a name to dana.
You can use anybody's name, it doesn't matter. It still belongs to you. You're the one who will get the benefit. And you can share this merit with somebody who died.
Oh.
Only those who die.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome. Next, Christine Coe. Not on yet. Not microphone, not on yet. Okay. Now you can speak.
Good evening, Tanajan. I have no question. It's getting late. Thank you. And I come in to pay respect to Tanajan.
Okay. Happy to see you. Okay. I think we'll go to Kunjub now for the rest of the questions.
กราบนมัสการท่านอาจารย์ค่ะ We have 5 questions this evening, and the first 3 questions are from the assistant Gmail, and they're from Sarasi from Switzerland. Question 1. Hello, Ajaan. How can we apply wise reflection, yoniso manasikara, when we find certain situations of life which we are not happy with?
You have to look at everything as anatta. They're like the weather. You cannot control them. So you have to accept them for what they are.
The second question, what is the best donation or dana one can do according to Buddhist perspective?
The giving of Dhamma, the teaching of the Buddha, is the best thing to give to people.
And the third question, when one is in jhana, is it same like pure awareness of the mind of an arahant?
Yes, but it's brief, it's temporarily. After you come out, the defilement will return.
And Sarasi wishes you good health and happiness.
Okay.
The second set of questions are from Sulan, and they're from Facebook. Dear Ajaan, hope you're well. I have some questions to ask. May I know how to increase our energy levels and keep it high all the time?
by practicing mindfulness. The more mindfulness you have, the more energy the mind will have.
And the last question, why do some people lose their energy quickly or get drained out quickly, while some people can maintain high levels of energy doing the same thing? Satu.
Because the amount of mindfulness they have accumulated. If you have a very small amount, then you can be drained. The energy can be drained very quickly. If you have lots of mindfulness, then the energy will not drain as quickly. So practice mindfulness for your mental energy.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. I think that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you very much for your company. I hope this meeting is enjoyable and brings some wisdom or some information into your mind and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, be mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
ดูชาดูชา
Thank you,
Thank you.
Tanajan.
Ajahn.
So sad.
Ajahn, thank you,
Tanajan.
Ajahn. Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.